Hey there, all you squirrels and girls. Today we're going to be talking about Supreme Blue Rose. This is a comic book from Image Comics. Now, before I talk about that, I talk about Rob Liefeld and Image Comics in general. What happened is that Rob Liefeld, Todd McFarlane, all these different these artists at Marvel wanted money from the cartoons, the merchandise, the toys that was being sold from these characters they were creating. So Marvel was like, no way, bro, no way, not gonna happen. So they left to form their own company, Image Comics. Today, Image is mostly known for Spawn, Saga, and of course The Walking Dead. And I like Invincible. I read Invincible every month when it comes out. But today we're talking about Supreme Blue Rose, particularly Robert Liefeld's stuff. What Liefeld did is he created a lot of copies of DC and Marvel superheroes. So Supreme is Superman, Glory is Wonder Woman, Prophet is a version of his own character, Cable. Shaft is Hawkeye, and Badrock is the Thing, and on and on and on. And Cyberforce, which is not Liefeld, but that's just X-Men reskinned. You can't really blame them for doing this too much, because they were drawing the comic. So from a certain perspective, you could see that they thought that people were really following them, but people want the characters, and that's what ended up happening. So nothing really, really interesting happened with these characters. A lot of them fell into disuse. Supreme lived on a little bit. Um, Alan Moore had a run on Supreme, where it was really just a really good Superman story. Eric Larson had a run on Supreme, and anyway, so how they justified these reboots was that reality was being reset. Kind of a very meta way of describing a comic book reboot, but effective. At one point, Supreme fights Thor, which is obviously Hoodwin's Superman or Thor, and there's this guy that comes in and he stores a version of Supreme in some kind of alternate dimensional pocket, and I think a version of Thor as well. Supreme wins, obviously, just because he's a character and it's a fight to the death. But so they kept always playing with this idea of alternate realities, kind of by accident, just as a background type of thing. So Supreme Blue Rose really takes this and makes it the center of the story. We have Diana Dane, who is a Lois Lane analog, and she's investigating. She's hired by Darius Dax, a Lex Luthor analog, to investigate Supreme. It's all this really trippy stuff going on. It's really weird. It starts off with this weird dream sequence where the guy who stored alternate versions of Thor and Supreme is saying how this is not reality and you're just dreaming right now. And there's all these blue ribbons that are always going through everything. So you're not sure if those are thought lines, timelines, fabric of reality. What are those? They don't make it all clear. There's also this thing where they're going, up this highway that just goes right into the sky. It's very trippy. Lots of reality warping going on. They have this series built into it called Professor Midnight, and it's just like this weird Doctor Who, meets H.P. Lovecraft thing just right in the middle of the story. It's like apparently a TV show that they watch that I think they're going to do something with it. And I'm very curious to see where they're going with this because there's actually been a series of these Liefeldian reboots. Glory, who I said before was a copy of Wonder Woman, she got a reboot where she was like this super crazy alien, and it's so awesome. It's so good. It was canceled because nobody was reading it, but it was so good. Prophet was really, super weird. He got his own reboot as well, and it goes into the future, and there's monkeys that farm humans for food, and I just read a couple issues of it. I'll go back and read more of it, but it's super weird, which to me is always super good, because a lot of media is just penguins regurgitating their food and then eating it back up again over and over and over again. They're following the uh, the same formulas over and over and over again. So to me, whenever anything's just weird, it's just inherently good. They're trying something new. Negatives about Supreme Blue Rose. There's only been 3 issues, and they haven't done anything yet. They're setting up story still, and that's why I have to tell you, it's weird. It's awesome. I love it, but I can't just say in a blanket statement, read this now, put your little face grapes right on this comic book. I have to say, it's weird. Please support this, because we need more weird stuff. We need more things that are original and risk taking. Marvel or DC could never do this. Marvel or DC could never just take one of their 20-year-old characters and just say, you know what? It's all about weird alternate realities and time warps, this kind of stuff. It's all about resetting reality, about people with shadow faces, just oddness all the time. They can't do that, because really they have these suits who are micromanaging everything, which is kind of the neat thing about indie comics. It's at the edge, and they can experiment on a whole lot more. So please consider it. Google it. I'll say that. Google it, and give it a shot. Please support this comic. All right. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you later.